Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to One Piece Bounty Rush. And once again, welcome back to another one of these fancy ol' update videos. So in the last one I talked about how there's going to be an update over on the early parts of this week regarding some new stuff over here on the game, and we actually did get an update, of which seems to be our big spooky month update, because here we have the Thriller Bark Scout number 1. Of which features the Nightmare Luffy here, of which is actually very interesting, interestingly enough. You can see here, so Nightmare Luffy is a blue defender, of which has two skills that are very selling the character himself. So he has the Sword Slash from the dead Navy guy that he uses, and he also has Gum Gum Storm, which is like a smaller version of the... So you know how the Gum Gum Storm Luffy we have down here, where is he? This one. This Luffy, he has a Gum Gum Storm that's very similar, but it's a lot longer. And he does like a spin forward that lasts like quite a few seconds, and it's his first strong attack instead of being his second. But interestingly enough, he actually seems to be a better version of it, because having it be smaller, it leaves him less vulnerable afterwards and allows him to do a lot more work regarding like team fights, for example. And I do think that actually fighting this Nightmare Luffy inside PvP today when I was trying out some games, he's actually really good. Also called Ray of Hope, which is really cool. So I do think he's worth grabbing. I think that right now, the meta is very green stacked. In my experiences, I've been fighting a hell of a lot of Sanjis recently, a lot of the Defender Zoros and stuff like that, so I don't know how helpful he'll be in this current meta until we get another really good red character, which Katakuri is there, but he's not very common because he's a Bounty Festival character. Typically, the things that make the meta shift inside this game are the banners like this, that have like new character at step 2 and 3 and 4. Like Zorojuro, for example, swapped up a lot of things, and Wano Law I've seen quite a few of, I would say. So he's definitely worth it. Personally, I could go for him, but I don't really want to get him. Like, he's good, but I'd sooner just use Crocodile for the moment anyway. Hopefully I'll end up pulling him in a future banner, because this is one of those banners that once the character is done inside here, they'll be added to the actual Battle Point exchange event as well. So, shouldn't be too bad. He is quite good, so he's definitely worth pulling on. And he seems to be quite fun. He also has some of the best art in the game, I would say. It's just, it looks so dynamic, and he's just hulking. It's great. It's fantastic. And he also has, a lot of his traits seem to center around being a pseudo attacker, I would say. So you can see here, when an area around your captured treasure, increased damage dealt by 30%. So naturally, being around your own flag equals more damage for you. When a character from your team is KO'd, boost defense by 20%, of which may as well be constant because your team always sucks. But it depends on who you're fighting with, right? But typically, as a defender, that's going to be a very good trait. As well as, when a character from your team is KO'd, boost attack by 30%, meaning every time one of your friends dies at 5-star, you gain 30% attack and 20% defense, making him an incredible team fighter. This will also help out a lot with trying to defend a flag, gain the extra 30% damage dealt. Character that's beside you dies very suddenly, gain extra 30% attack on top of that as well. And additionally, when your strength is above 70%, increase treasure gauge recovery amount. So basically, defender charge faster when game first start, which is super nice. So he actually does have some of the better traits in the game right now, and his defense actually is quite high as well. So he will be a great character. I don't want to discourage that. It's just this, for me personally, I really want to get like a really good Zoro. That's currently my main goal for pulls, and I'm kind of waiting on that. So it's kind of my current goal. But on top of all of that, we also got a new event in the... Where's my boy? Where is he? One sec. There he is. So we got an event in Ryuma, the Legendary Samurai Zombie. So basically, this is the new free 3-star event of which you can grind up a bunch of his different shards and have a good time with it. It's actually not that bad of a grind. It's one of these, it's very similar to the Bellamy event we had before. We have to exchange these gold things to be able to get more copies. This one is a very heavy investment. I've been running quests all day. I've done like 12 games today so far, and I only have him currently almost at 4-star, so it's going to be a little bit of a heavier grind. It's not too bad, honestly. But today what I mostly wanted to do is I can't get him up to 4-star to get him the second medal, unfortunately. I want to try out his Survival 100 for the moment and just have a good time with it today. So his first is a mid-range charge attack, which nullifies stagger. Basically, he jumps forward, closes the sword, and does like a Shishi Son Son, similar to how the Lion Song Zoro does, but better, I would say. He actually procs quite a few times as well. And his second is Poka Remise, which is a long-range multiple-hit attack. Similar to how Zoro Juro works with his second, but this one's more of 5 hits of big damage. Additionally, you can see here, when an area around your enemy's treasure, deal increased damage dealt, so very basic. And at 5-star, when your allies are not near the treasure area where you're at, boost cooldown reduction of dodge by 50%. And when KOing an enemy with skill 1, recover HP by 40% as well. So I think that he'll be a better version of the 3-star Lion Song Zoro we got before, which is one of my personal favorite characters. I'll probably try to max him out, but until he gets to 5-star, I probably won't try him out inside actual, like, league battles for now. For now, what we are going to do, so first and foremost, the medal I gave him, this ring medal, gives you cooldown reduction of your skill 2. So I mostly want to use that whenever you KO an opponent over on Survival 100, and we'll try out his kit here and just chill a little bit today, I think. Basically, I've been playing a lot of games this morning, and I've realized in S right now, I need to have at least a 5-star to be able to do anything viable. But I still want to show off this guy's moveset, because he seems super fun. So, no better way than to have a good time with it. God, I've been having a lot of Doffy games, though. Like, I've been having a lot of really good kind of sweeps, and I might try and do, like, a full Power of Doffy video. But his second tier, you can see it does hit multiple times, and it hits 5 times, but you need to make sure they're inside the area for it, because a lot of the main issue is it's 5 steps, and every step procs every couple of seconds. So you have to try and focus around that pretty much. Also, his NAD is super fun to use. It's very reliable, I find. The sweeps to the sides are super nice, and I'd say it's far better than the actual Lion Song Zoro's version. But here, we're going to pop this way. You can see there, you can see kind of the range on that as well. It doesn't go very far out to the sides, but it does a good job going like straight forward. It'll help inside team fights when you're dealing with a lot of like really big difficulties. Try to dodge around that, but I didn't realize the Yasop actually got hit by his charge thing. That's helpful. His NAD also dashes in, which is personally how I like my NADs to go. That's why I like time skip Luffy's NAD a lot, because he kind of just like dashes forward and cruises past enemies. You thought you could dash around that? Ha, you're funny. You're funny a lot. It's great. It's super fun. I'm going to use this here. The pokes definitely require the enemy to be closer. It seems like it's called long range, but a lot of the enemies won't get in the area unless they're fairly short range for the first couple of hits. It's not too bad. Granted, I don't think that Ryuma's a character that I personally feel especially bonded to. I would have preferred if we had a grindable version of Perona, but I have a feeling she'll probably be the Thriller Bark Scout number 2 toward the end of this month. Because typically what ends up happening is we'll get a banner in the middle of like the season. So this current season ends on the 9th of October, meaning that the next one should be the week after that on the Thursday. So Perona's probably going to come after that, and it should be quite nice. I feel like Perona's going to be a pretty fun character. I'm hoping she ends up being, I'm hoping a red attacker, because I like red attackers a lot, but I would also appreciate a defender in the green category if that's possible. I'll probably end up, I don't know right now, but I feel like I kind of want to pull for her, because I like Perona a lot. I'm dead. Yeah, okay. That was my bad in terms of whiffing a dodge. Whoopsie poopsie. All on me. Uh-oh. Jeez. I whiffed that. I whiffed that. Oh no. I want to get revenge on that Mihawk. I'll be right back. Oh, well, God. One sec. I want to go fight that again. Oh, I'm so upset. That's the saddest. Ah! Okay, we're back up to where Mihawk is around. We're better off this time. And that was all on me. That was... I did a really... I managed to whiff fighting... oh my god. The moment I start talking, I start getting hit. That's me. I managed to whiff fighting fucking Survival 100. I can't believe this. I'm so upset. I'm so sad. Oh, I can't believe I died to a Mihawk. That's so embarrassing. It's okay. We'll do our best. We're doing our slashes, you know? We're living our best life over here. I'm gonna use this and poke my Don Krieg. He hates it. It really does. Alright, Gin. Gin was actually a pretty cool character, honestly. Like, it feels like it's been so unbelievably long since we went back to, like, early East Blue stuff. But man, like, that whole arc was so well done. I feel like Gin is one of those characters that should be super forgettable, but his name has been burned in my memory, and I feel like... I hope that's his name at least. I feel like I remember it 100%, but watch me be completely wrong, because I've done that before. But I loved it. I feel like everything is such on like a large scale these days in One Piece. Like that new chapter, by the way, crazy stuff. But it's hard because One Piece has gotten so complicated in all ways that I just feel nostalgic for when things were so simple as someone wanting to eat a good meal. Like, that is so strong. Being able to say that in that way, oh, I love it. I'm gonna do some pokes here. I may have fucked that up a little bit, because I'm realizing now, no strong attacks, no dodges, and nothing but suffering against these enemies. 60's better than 40 though, so I'll take that. But damn, man. I can do better than this. I think it's just a matter of, like, having two medals helps a hell of a lot. Also, the ring medal, you can't roll attack on it, so I'm basically going with basically a 3 stars attack stat. Not bad, though. I actually think that Ryuma's gonna have a lot of potential. His first being that, like, really reliable dash forward with the slash, and his second being long range is gonna help a lot. Across, like, the middle at Arlong Park, his thing will actually reach over there, which will be quite cool. So I'm gonna try to get him up to at least 5-star by the end of, like, I would say even this week, honestly. I'm playing a hell of a lot more for this game. I'm trying to actually push up to S+ with this account, of which is less than stellar. Just because, while I do have Doflamingo currently at level 89, my medals are bad. My medals are legitimately like some of the worst medals I've used in a long time. I have like an HP builds on this character. But you know what? It's my only 9-star medal on this account, so it works for right now. I'm trying to upgrade stuff, and I wanted to get those, like, the Cracker and the... Oh, is her name Biscuit? I don't remember. But I was trying to get her, like, ring medal up, and I didn't quite work out for that. For this season, we have a new Oars, and I don't remember what the other guy is, honestly. Let's go look at this. So we have Wild Zombie. I don't remember this guy whatsoever. But it's whenever a character on your team is KO'd, reduce skill cooldown time of skill 1 by 3%. This seems like shit. This seems like an awful medal. It seems to be made mostly for Nightmare Luffy, but unfortunately, 3% when a character on your team is KO'd is worth so little that I don't think it's that worth it. If it was like a 10% cooldown whenever a person on your team dies, that'd be great. But for right now, if people on your team die well enough that this actually is worth it for you, you're probably in the wrong league. But yeah, just how it goes. And here we have Genie Metal, which is Oars. When you capture a treasure, recover HP by 5%. That'll be great, actually, for Nightmare Luffy. What are the rates on this one? Defense, attack, and that's it, actually. That's a really good medal. What are your tags? I might try and Thriller Barks, Pirates, and Zombie. I can't use any of these. Wait, the set effect is when your team has less treasure secured, reduce damage by 10%. Oh, geez. That's super nice. These are made to go with Nightmare Luffy. The first one's kind of awful. But like, ores is going to be a great metal. Unfortunately, it won't really go too well with what I'm trying to do for this season, so I'm probably not going to try and roll those. I might just try and focus on getting like a better Frankie metal, for example, this season. But we'll see. For right now, not too bad. And I imagine this Thriller Bark like scout going on is probably going to go for the entirety of this month. Like if we go ahead and look here, you can see this Nightmare Luffy step up goes away on the 9th of October, of which is when the season ends for this league battle as well. So typically, we'll probably end up having him leave. We might get a character on the same day for Perona, but we'll see. But this season, I don't really like the 20-day wars or the 20-day seasons. It kind of just feels like a huge marathon toward nothing. I hope that they actually like reduce the time for these seasons a little bit more again. Because the gems at the end of the season helps a lot. But for right now, we'll wait till this guy heads out and see how that goes. We'll probably try and do a showcase on something soon as well. But he's good. He'll work out. For right now, thank you for watching this episode of One Piece Bounty Rush. We'll be doing some league battles sometime soon, having a good time with it. So I'll see you guys then. For right now, thank you for watching, take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.